Hello, and welcome to tonight's game between Spalding and Mount St. Joseph. Tonight, MSJ coming off of a tough loss on Monday in overtime to St. Francis. And they got a tough matchup here against Spalding with two 6'8" people in Aaron Avery and Braxton Bogart. JJ, what do you think this game's going to be like tonight?
Oh, I think this game's going to be a pretty good match. If we see the same Gales that we saw last Monday, this should be a pretty close game. Should go down to the wire, same as we saw on Monday.
I mean, I definitely see that. With the Gales, if they want to win this game, they're going to have to shoot well.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a lot of those
especially with the inside
shots.
players Spalding has.
Definitely, yeah. They're going to have to make a lot of those floaters. They're going to have to make a lot of those threes. They're not going to get a lot of those easy layups as they did last game. They're going to have to get they're going to have to find the right floaters. They're going to have to find the right mid-range, the right threes. You know, to make those easy shots and win and outscore them in the long run.
All right, guys, I'm Buck Rogers. I'm doing play-by-play for tonight's game.
I'm JJ Hernandez. I'll be your commentator.
And the student section is getting excited as we go towards the jump ball. Kenneth Anthony tips it to BJ Ranson. There goes Ranson to Chauncey Ward. Ward to Saxon Simley. Simley to Anthony. There's Chauncey Ward. Never mind. Ranson passes. Aaron Early. Shot. He's got it!
There it is.
2-0 Gales.
Right off the bat, we're seeing
on
this.
their first possession.
Right off the bat, we're seeing the same Gales that we saw last Monday. A lot of passing, finding that open shot, a good defense. They're playing man-to-man. You got to try and lock down those big guys in the middle and make the small guards, the forwards, force them to shoot an awkward three.
The ball is out, but it will retain. It will stay with Spalding. They're going to pass it in, and it's stolen! BJ Ranson with the steal. He passes it. Saxon Simley shoots it, and he's got it. 4-0 Gales. Oh, that ball pass is tipped. Spalding's able to get it.
This is exactly what they need to do. They need to lock down those big guys and force them to swing the rock, force them to waste time, and make them shoot awkward threes just like that. Make them shoot contested threes, awkward threes that they don't want to be shooting.
Here's Avery. Oh, can't get it. What a board by Simley.
You can hear a whole lot of boos coming from the Gales section of the crowd, even though it is a jump ball, you know.
That means it's going to be Spalding's ball. Not sure if they called travel or a jump ball. Oh, that ball is loose!
There it is, Chauncey Ward with the steal.
What a play by Kenneth Anthony. It's still loose. Spalding gets it back, and Avery makes the layup and gets fouled. Oh.
Yeah, that play was
tough one there.
That was a lot of luck, you know. Spalding just happened to get it right there at their feet, and they managed to take it up for an and one.
By the way, Saxton Simley transfer out of Gonzaga Prep College in D.C. Here's a shot by Avery. Oh, and he missed it.
Bad, yeah.
Chauncey Ward gets the board. Let's see what Chauncey Ward can do. Gonna drive, shoot a jumper. Oh, that's off the mark. Rebounded by Aaron Avery. Carter Cameron passes it. Braxton Bogart in the corner. Off the mark. Nice rebound there by Chauncey Ward.
Another one for Chauncey Ward. Hey, this is exactly what I said. You have to make Spalding shoot those awkward contested threes. You got to make the big men shoot them because they're going to want to shoot them, but they're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to have, I'm assuming, that much experience at the three-point line.
And Ranson misses the turnaround. Spalding with a chance for a layup. Blocked by Saxon Simley. BJ Ranson gets the board, and he gets
draws a foul at
half by Carter Cameron. No, Cameron Carter. That student section is loud right now, JJ.
Yeah, I don't know how you can be shooting with people with about 200 high schoolers screaming into your ear calling you a baby. That is one thing I would not like to be doing. That is one thing I would like to keep on the bucket list.
But it gets competitive with this varsity basketball.
Yeah, especially here at St. Joe, you know. You got a lot of people screaming, a lot of people yelling. They're very passionate about this sport.
Chauncey Ward drives and gets fouled.
He gets the N1 though. That is going to be 2 shots.
That's the second foul on Cameron Carter, who's gonna go out after 2 consecutive fouls. And Chauncey Ward will be shooting 2 free throws. And JJ, the Gales need to make them both.
Yeah, this is what exactly really screwed the Gales over last Monday. They couldn't make a lot of the free throws, which translated into St. Francis getting a lot of the boards, turning those boards into points. If we could have made even 3 extra of those free throws, we could have won that last game by 3. You know, it would have been, I think it was 58-58 at end of regulation. It could have been 61-58, and that would have made us force St. Francis into shooting and us forcing them to make the move instead of us having to make a move, instead of both of us being desperate.
Chauncey Ward able to make both free throws. It's now 6-2 Gales. They're going to try to pass it. It's a steal. Oh, foul is called on Simley. Oh.
I mean, the girls are doing just what they need to do. They need to lock down that paint. They need to keep the mid-range out of range for the big guys. Spalding wants to give it to the big guys. If you look at the Spalding players, they're going to have, of course, a lot of decently sized kids, but they want to utilize their 2 tall kids. They want to utilize the fact that they can get easy layups, the fact that they can maybe move around the smaller guys and get a wide open layup.
Double team in the corner, off the mark. That's rebounded. Braxton Bogart gonna pass it. Nash Avery blocked by Anthony, shoots again and gets fouled by Anthony.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Spalding, I think right now they are 0 for 5 at 3. This is exactly what the Gales need to be doing. They need to keep forcing them shooting those threes. They need to force them to make the shot, you know. Leave that open man because they're 0 for 5. They're not really feeling it. And their only bucket has come from a big man,
And Avery hits the first free throw. By the way, that foul was on Aaron Early. Saxton Simley coming out of the game. He's got 2 fouls, which the Gales have to avoid. I mean, they got into foul trouble last game against St. Francis.
Yeah, they had a lot of foul trouble. St. Francis got a lot of free points because they reached a little too high and they were able to draw that last foul. And they were able to convince the ref that, oh no, he pushed me back, you know, I got to get that foul.
So Aaron Avery able to make both shots. There's Kenneth Anthony, 3-point line. Giving the ball to Seacom Itulu. Chauncey Ward has the ball. Ward trying to pump fake. Hits Anthony for 3. Oh, it's just off the mark.
This is exactly what the Gales need to be doing. They need to be moving the ball, finding that open man. This is what they were really good at with St. Francis. They were able to find that open man. They were able to find that man with the open shot, and that man could translate it into maybe a 3-pointer or drawing 2 defenders close to him and dishing it out to the big man in the middle for that easy layup.
6-4 Gales right now. We have just over halfway done the first quarter. BJ Ranson for 3, he's got it! That makes it 9-4.
Yeah, this is gonna put Spalding on his feet. I don't think Spalding is used to this hard defense, this man-to-man tough defense. They are really finding it hard to break through, you know. There are only 2 points that come from a big man getting a layup. Sorry, a rebound.
Ransom got a pick there. Couldn't hit the 3 though. There's a layup. Oh no! Seacom Itulu gets the ball. Itulu on the drive. He misses the layup. Kenneth Anthony's got it though. 11-4. Timeout Spalding.
Yeah, Spalding. At stopping them they have been really good at keeping the paint to themselves, locking down the paint so that they don't have an open pass straight into the paint, you know. They're forcing Spalding, they force St. Francis to shoot a whole bunch of awkward, unnecessary threes, but at the moment looked fine.
JJ, I did the Spalding game last year, and I'll tell you, this team certainly has a lot of adaptability to it. I mean, the Gales were pressing them for a long time. They had trouble breaking it, and then all of a sudden, they were getting layups off the press very easily.
Yeah.
So,
one way to break the press is picks. One way to break the press is passes, you know. If you got two people down there, like, guarding two people, yeah, there's going to be three to guard your other three people, but those three people can start moving around. Those three people can find a way to get open, and now suddenly you got a 3-on-3. And who knows, maybe their three is missing a big man, you know. Maybe they don't have their big man and you got their big man, you know. Maybe you can get an open layup, find a way to get an open mid-range shot.
Yeah. Spalding's not going to go down without play. Oh, Aaron pass, stolen by B.J. Ranson. He's got a fast break layup. Oh. It is blocked by Nat Avery, which I believe is the nickname of Aaron.
She started flying.
Avery.
He has to fly to get that one.
Goes the word. Gonna pass it.
Tell you what, I'm not exactly sure what he was aiming for, what exactly that Spalding player was aiming for. He kind of just sort of looked like it fell out of his hands for a desperate move.
Three-pointer. Seacom Itulu missed it. And we got a foul underneath on Kenneth Anthony. I think they're going to get him for a hold there.
Yeah, I definitely could have gotten him for a hold. But, you know, at least they were to result in the same thing, although I think the Gales would have preferred a hold.
They pass it in. Here's Nash Avery, and he gets the layup out of it. Speaking of, so 11-6, Gales still lead. Here's Seacom Itulu passing the ball. Kenneth Anthony gonna go. And early pump fakes, now shoots, and it rolls in. It's now 13-6 Gales.
Yeah, one thing about this Gales team is they're not afraid to shoot in your face. You saw him. He just shot in three of the Spalding's biggest players with no fear, and it worked.
Rebounded by Avery, and a foul on Anthony. And that now puts Spalding into the bonus, meaning that they're going to shoot free throws, even though that wasn't a shooting foul.
That was not a shooting foul. I feel like that just barely clipped the hand. You know, that should have been a pass.
Well, they're in the bonus, so that's why they're shooting free throws.
Oh, yeah.
It's not because it was a shooting foul. Nah. Aaron Avery makes the first free throw. He's been the guy for Spalding so far.
Yeah, he has been the guy. He's been getting a lot of the points. He's been getting a lot of the boards, fighting for the ball. The Gales need to focus on keeping him locked down, keeping someone on him, you know, making sure he doesn't get the ball too much, you know. If he gets a board here and there, that's okay, but he has been Spalding's main way of getting on the board this game.
Here's Shakai Spano with the ball. Passes it. Seacom Itulu for three. No. That is rebounded by Spalding. There's Braxton Bogard. Rolling up. And Scott. It's now 13-10. That's his first points of the game. It's been pretty quiet up until that point. It was a big reason why Spalding won last year against the Gales.
Yeah. A lot of big guys posting up a lot of little guys, you know. I think this year the Gales have a lot of big, stronger guys. You know, they got a lot of big guys, a lot of tough guys that are able to withstand their post-up.
Aaron Early tries to shoot a jumper and he missed it. Spalding now with a chance. Oh, that pass is stolen. Here's a fast break. Aaron Early.
Oh!
Left-handed dunk. And the crowd is hyped. Oh, and a three-pointer made by Lonergan. Or no, they only called it 2.
They did call it 2. I guess it's
Gales trying to get a buzzer beater off. They're up 15-12, but they could use some points here. Chauncey Ward driving in traffic, and he can't get the buzzer to go.
I don't know how that was a foul. There's about 5 hands reaching for that ball.
Good first quarter. Gales lead at 15-12.
Now we get a glimpse of their offense. What do you think? Who do you think's got the bigger edge on this, Buck?
I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to. I think Gales are gonna have to adjust. I mean, CR Ward on Aaron Avery is a big size mismatch.
Yeah.
They got Kenneth Anthony has to avoid fouls, so the Gales can have some size.
Yeah, one thing the Gales have been struggling with this game and the last game was their fouls. Not as much as the last game, but the Gales really fouled a lot when they didn't really need to. And St. Francis got those 3 points. Right now, we got Spalding giving more of a big man kind of vibe. You know, a lot of post-ups, a lot of layups. They're not really shooting a lot of threes. And the threes that they are shooting, they haven't really been sinking. So they're going a lot to their big man, a lot to their easy post-up. You know, they're trying to out-muscle the Gales, if you will. The Gales are looking for more of a Swifty approach. They're trying to gas them out, you know, get that easy leg, or maybe taking a step back 3 in their face.
And we're back. Second quarter.
8 minutes on the clock, and it is Spalding's ball.
Tristan Middleton with the ball.
Oh.
Spin move. Oh, he's looking for a layup. Passes it to Avery. That is good for 2.
Yes, the Gales really need to keep a big guy on Aaron Avery. You know, he is tall, he is strong, he is the exact kind of guy you want in the middle of the court, you know.
Can't do that, Chauncey Ward. They'll get you for that every time. Sliding the feet.
Yeah, trying to slide the feet. He was trying to play it off too, looking around for that open pass. He was probably trying to get that free, easy mid-range shot, but saw 3 people on him and decided it was just better to dish it out.
Oh, what? Man, CR Ward just made a nice play, and he's going to get called for a foul. And the crowd does not like the call, and I can't blame them.
One thing about this Gales audience, about this Gales student section, they don't like a call, you will hear it. I think he said out of bounds there, just barely. I guess his back foot was out of bounds, and Lord, the crowd make sure that the refs knew about that.
That appears to be the call, JJ. Got Bryce Hudgens taking the ball up. Caspano passes it inside. CR Ward, can't get it to go. Gets the second layup block. Oh, and blocked from behind is Hudgens.
Oh,
and then he passes the ball. Oh, it's loose. Gales get it back. Tika Mitulu. And he's going to get fouled by Tristan Middleton.
That was a very eventful sequence, if you will.
Very eventful and very ugly.
Yeah, very ugly. Very awkward way to try and get those 2 points, maybe 3.
There's BJ Ranson. He's getting double teamed. Decides to pull it, and he's got it! 18-14.
Aaron Avery was you know, originally right on him, and he just kind of switched off him for no apparent reason. He kind of just walked away and just gave him that open spot right for the open three.
Tristan Middleton with the layup. Gales 18, Spalding 16. There goes Ranson. Ranson making a move. CR Ward, three-pointer, he's got it!
And that is a prime example of what I was saying earlier, you know. The Gales are looking for ways to outpace Spalding, so run past them. Spalding is looking for a way to out-muscle the Gales, which is going to be pretty hard because the Gales have a whole lot of bigs, a whole lot of people that are willing to hold their weight in the
two
paint.
for three, just off. There's Braxton Bogard, and BJ Ranson smartly fouls him there. Would have had a free layup otherwise.
I don't even think he was trying to shoot that. You know, he was kind of halfway in the paint. I think he was just trying to gather, collect his thoughts, and then trying to do something with it. But either way you put it, it was a pretty good foul.
Here's Braxton Bogard with the ball. Bogard passes it to the corner. Cameron Carter now has the ball. Double team. Contact. No foul. Bogard for three. He's got it. And it's a 2-point game just like that. 2-point game.
That was a prime example of that. You got the point guard trying to
BJ Ranson decided, thought about shooting it, decides not to. Now he shoots it,
and
he's got the long two.
BJ Ranson just on fire today. I think he has 6 points already with just barely about 12 minutes in the game.
It is stolen by Spano, but he gets called for the foul.
That was a very questionable foul. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Tristan Middleton back in the game.
Not sure what's going on here. Got some discussion going on. Okay, and now we are back to play. Honestly, BJ Ranson shooting well, like you said, JJ. It's been important. I mean, these games really come down to this shooting, if you think about it.
We both know both of these teams, they have the ability to finish. They have the ability to get those free layups. This is going to be a game of who can out-3 the other in a way. You have Spalding getting a lot of free shots. You have Spalding getting a lot of free layups. But you also got the Gales earning their points. You know, you got the Gales forcing their way into the paint, forcing their way into that line, and getting those free extra points.
There's Hudgens. CR Ward. He's got it from the corner. 26-21. By the way, Spalding got a layup before that. It was Bogard. Ranson playing tight defense and almost forced a turnover right there.
Yeah, that was a really good way to play defense. He forced him to run into his body.
Oh, and Bogard. It's getting the hot hand now.
Yeah.
Hits a three.
Right in the Gales' face too.
Oh no, Ranson lost the ball. Spalding for the layup.
Travel.
Oh, and a travel is called on Cameron Carter.
Spalding, the crowd goes crazy. He
pump fake and had the feet moving.
He saw PJ Ranson that he immediately decided, yeah, no, this is going to get annihilated if I let this go through. You have a lot of the Spalding guards, so maybe a few other forwards trying to outpace the Gales. That is not really working for them, you know. The Gales are a team of swift, and a team of fast players, a team that are willing to outpace you. They're going to outrun you real quick. They're kind of like 5 Currys, if you will, you know?
Oh, here's a layup by Spalding, and we are tied at 26 apiece. Robert Lonergan making the layup. Aaron Early passes the ball. Kenneth Anthony goes word. Early for 3, and he's got it! It's 29-26. Good bunch of scoring here, JJ.
This is going to be a close game. This is going to be one heck of a game. No charge, but I hit that.
Aaron Avery makes the layup through the contact, but doesn't get, but no foul called. There's Saxon Simley for 3. Just off. That's rebounded by Terrence Moultrie. Kenneth Anthony on Braxton Bogart. And Bogart's got the layup. Spalding, I believe, takes their first lead all day.
Yeah, and it's a 1-point lead, too. That is a lead, very scary lead. If they want to keep control of that lead, they're going to have to find a way to keep those swift guards in check. They're going to have to find a way to keep those strong centers in check.
Spalding ball. Spalding 30, MSJ 29, with $1:30 left to play.
One thing about the Gales defense is that they can go from a double team on you, and they can go back to defending almost your entire team so fast. They can double team the guard, and then next second you got one man on everyone. You know, you can't really pass it to an open man with this team. They're just going to find a way. They're going to move around. They're going to cover that open man, and now you're back at square one. You know, PJ Ransom with the step back.
Just shoots from 3 and misses. Spalding starting to get hot from outside as Aaron Avery just made a 3. Bogard for 3. That one off. Oh, but the Gales were fighting for the rebound. They lost the ball. They lost it, and Spalding now has a chance for 3, which is missed. BJ Rentz getting the ball.
BJ wanted a quick timeout there for a second. Not going to get it, though.
BJ Ranson for 3, just off. Saxon Simley has a chance to get the board, and I don't think he got that one. He didn't.
Yeah. He had it in his hands, but I guess it just slipped out the fingertips, and he just threw it straight down. Cameron Carter's going to be checked into the game now in place for Tristan Middleton.
Spalding trying to get some more. Spalding trying to get more points. They're up 33-29.
Cameron's on a one-on-one with Chauncey Word. Not gonna work.
He misses that one.
Clock's winding down. 3, 2,
Saxon Simley,
1.
half court. Almost hit that one.
Off.
And it is 33-29 Spalding at halftime.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Rockburn Park. This area in the Patapsco region is a great connector to a lot of trails, and today we're going to be reviewing the base trail of this area. So welcome back to Gales on Trails. I'm back here again with Coach Scott Southern, and we're going to show you around this area, and we're just going to give our honest opinion on it. Alright, let's hit the trails. Alright everyone, before we hit the main trail, we're just going to kind of show off this skills park area. This is going to be probably one of the best maintained and upkept skills parks in the Catonsville area. As you can see right now, we're on a bit of a beginner stretch. Nice and easy, pretty tame. But if we come over here, there are going to be some slightly bigger hills. And we're gonna go on one of those real quick right now, actually. It's a bit of a warm-up, and then we're gonna hit the trail. So let's go.
So as I've already mentioned, the skills park is a great area to warm up before your trail. You can catch a little air on some areas, it's very compact, and usually it's not too busy. Going into the trail, you're gonna run across a gravel stretch with a nice bridge, and after that, you're gonna go into more of a rooty segment. It's pretty smooth though, considering this is more of a entry into other trails. So the way this is laid out is more like you'll see on a race course as opposed to a more strenuous Patapsco trail. Crossing over a segment of Landing Road, we end up on an even smoother stretch of trail that's really fast if you play it right. Now, we ran into a race course along the way that was being disassembled, so we got a little confused, but we managed to navigate our way pretty easily.
Alright, this is a nice scenic bend. Look at that. Great neighborhood shot if you live there. I know where you live.
As we approach the main entryway to the park, we come across a relatively steep uphill. Now granted, this isn't the hardest area in the entire park, nowhere near it actually, but this is definitely an area that's going to cause some difficulty on this particular ride. Now this would be a great time for your beginner riders to actually step off the bike to avoid slipping on those pine needles or running out of momentum going up the routes. It's a pretty difficult route patch. We go across some more bridges and we then enter the main segment of the park. This area features a lot of crossroads, and it can be very confusing for someone who doesn't know the area. In fact, we even got lost there for a second, so we had to turn around at a neighborhood bend and make our way back onto the main trail that we intended to be on. Now, as me and my dad raced through this area, let me give you an overview on how we felt about this trail. On our Gale rating, we decided to rate it a 6.5 because while it is a really good trail, it serves more as a connector to other trails, and it's just not that difficult. It's very good for beginner riders, but if you're like near my dad, it's more of a warm-up area. And I would not recommend sending beginner riders out on this trail without an experienced coach with them, purely because of how difficult it is to navigate. This trail is sort of a build-your-own trail because there are a lot of ways you can go, and you'll always end up back in the center of Rockburn. But this may actually be a deficit to this trail, considering you have to have prior knowledge on a bunch of the paths and where you're going at all times. As much as I can throw shade at this trail, at the end of the day, it's still a fun ride. I had a good time, and if it's getting dark out and you really need to get in a ride at the end of the day, this might be the trail for you.
Hello, we are here. I'm Buck Rogers, and
Okay.
we're going to talk about the first half and some keys to the second half. I'd say right now Spalding leads MSJ 33-29. Gale started strong in the first quarter, then got a little off in the second quarter. Obviously, Spalding making more of their threes. They were also making more of their layups. They adjusted to the MSJ defense, and I think MSJ is going to have to shoot better, play better defense, and avoid foul trouble if they want to win this game. JJ, we'll take it to you.
I totally agree with that. Spalding has to find a way to get past those fast guards, those fast forwards. They've had a lot of trouble getting to the rim, and dishing it out to those big guys. A lot of the points have been boards off of shots, and they've been able to put them back for layups.
Yep. And let's give credit to our student section.
Hey, student section, make some noise. Let's go.
Avery, that's off the mark. Good rebound by Kenneth Anthony on the play.
Yeah, you don't want to count the Gales out just yet. They came back from 6 points against St. Francis and tied it up end of regulation. Wow.
Oh, off pass. Oh,
PJ Ransom managed to save it from going out of bounds.
Avery made an errant pass. Gales got it, and then Branson almost lost it. Able to re-secure it. There's Saxon Simley, a transfer from Kentucky. Now passing it to Anthony. Passes it. Aaron Early. Oh, he's going to get contacted. Spalding will have the ball. Nice block there. Saxton Simley.
Really nice slide. 2-on-2, 3-on-2.
Kenneth Anthony up.
Whoa, where is the foul?
No, gets the board. Passes it. Early for three. Off the mark.
Just barely missed it.
Ranson. Oh, he lost it. Spalding gets it. And now they lose it. Oh. And that is a dunk by Braxton Bogard.
Okay. Aaron Early kind of just stood there, just letting the dunk happen. Got to put a little bit more effort into that play, especially in a close game like this.
Anthony inside. He's not going to be able to get that one to go as Bogard gets the rebound. Cameron Carter passing it. Avery tipped. And no big Gales ball. Couldn't tell who touched that one last.
Yeah, I think everyone was stressing out about whose ball it would go to. Ended up going to the Gales. That's a huge side release for the Gales. They're down 6 points right now. They really need to start coming back.
PJ Ranson gets fouled.
Able to draw the foul.
Spalding sideline. in disbelief, and I agree with that.
I mean, yeah, that was a very tough shot to make. PJ Ranson took a big gamble there in shooting that shot, and it did pay out in the end. You know, able to get that foul, and hopefully able to get the Gales within 4. And he drains it.
PJ Ranson making both of his free throws.
Yeah, those are 2 big free throws that the Gales needed. Now they're 2 points in. Now they're 2 points within the Cavaliers' reach.
Gales have to continue their game in the free throw line. Almost stolen. There's Avery. Out of bounds. Gales
Out of
ball.
bounds, Gale ball. There we go.
Aaron Early. Dribbles. Saxon Simley. Gonna get fouled. He'll get 2 free throws.
Gales really have figured it out now. They're drawing a lot more fouls than they did last quarter. Barely 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and they already got 2 fouls in, and those are 2 very nice, clean fouls to have.
Simley missed that one. Gales have been so far so good on free throws, but they need to continue that if they want to win this game. I mean, obviously that was a costly thing last game for them. There's the second free throw by Simley. He's got it. 35-32. Gales cut the Spalding leading half on 4 free throws, 3 of them made.
Yeah, that is not a matchup you would want in the paint. Big, strong guy, just like Aaron Avery against PJ Ranson. A fast and weaker guy, unable to keep his own against Aaron Avery.
Simley slips. He's able to pass to Early. Early, jumper, and he couldn't get that one to go. Bogard. Scott Bucket, a possession to go, and he gets another one here. 39-32, Spalding ahead.
Yeah, they can't just keep letting Spalding get these wide open, nice and easy kind of walk in, walk out layups. It's 32-39. It's still anyone's game.
There's a shot. Early, off the mark. Saxon Simley gets the board. Passes it. Corner 3. Ranson got it! And a timeout called by the Gales. Spalding leads 39-35. Now the Gales are going to call a timeout to talk over some defensive strategies.
But what do you think they're going to talk about? What do you think is their plan to stop the huge Spalding forwards and centers?
You gotta put Kenneth in the lane. I mean, I feel like we haven't seen Kenneth underneath enough. Like,
you haven't really seen.
And don't foul either. I mean, they haven't done it yet, but they can't start it.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Kenneth is their big, strong guy. You know, Kenneth is their guy able to strong those strong, big centers, able to keep his own against them, able to get those boards, pass it out. But he's getting into foul trouble. You know, and I'm assuming they're trying to save him for later in the game if he gets any closer.
39-35, Spalding leads. Cameron Carter with the ball. And he lost it, but it went out on word. Bogard. Oh, they're going to put C.R. Ward on him. And he makes the shot. I do want C.R. Ward in more. I mean, he made some big threes in the first half.
Yeah, he definitely had a very clutch shots in the first half, you know. He had those very clean shots, able to find those wide open shots.
He's inside, and he's got the jumper. The defense. Saxon Simley steals the ball. Simley
2-1-3.
going for the layup. Gets it blocked, but it will stay with the Gales.
I'll tell you what I think the Gales need to be doing right now. I think they need to put in one of their strong guys, you know. They have a lot of offense already. They have Chauncey, BJ. They have Aaron. They have a lot of offense with those three, but not a lot of defense able to stop those big guys. You know, I feel like they should sacrifice a tiny bit of their offense for defense.
Branson trying to make a block. Going to get called for a foul there. And shooting free throws will be Robert Lonergan. Hasn't done much, but he's made a few layups in the Gales. Okay, he makes the first one. And look at the matchup in the lane, JJ.
Yeah, this is a very one-sided match. You got two huge bigs on there, and then you got a bunch of swifter, faster Gales in. And this is exactly what I said. They gotta put one of their bigger guys in there. They gotta put Carlos Sheridan. They gotta put Kenneth Anthony in. You know, you gotta sacrifice a little bit of that offense just for a little bit more defense. You can't keep letting these big Spalding guys get to their lane and then just force their way into there just like that. He just forced himself to get that open layup.
And that was exactly my concern, and Avery gets a layup out of it. Oh, C.R. Ward to Aaron Early. Early, jumper, got it, and a whistle for a foul.
And the foul too.
Now they will explain it to the Spalding coach, and three-point play opportunity for Aaron Early. Gotta make this one, though. 2 minutes left in the third. Early's got it, and it's a 4-point game. Yale's playing what looks like a 2-3 zone.
Timeout Spalding.
And Spalding calls a timeout. 44-40. Spalding leads. JJ, what do you think?
And we're back.
We are back. Let's see how the 2-3 zone works for the Gales.
I mean, if it's been working like how they have been playing defense, I think it's going to play really, really well. I think I think the 2-3 zone is exactly what the Gales have been really need to be doing. Something that I haven't really been thinking about, you know?
Foul on Simley. And Bogart will go to the line for 2. Oh.
I think that 2-3 zone is exactly what the Gales needed, you know? They have their fast, smaller guys running around, getting those shots, dishing it out to the center, dishing it out to the forwards, and now you got those bigger, stronger centers in the bottom, able to handle those bigger, Spalding's bigger, stronger centers.
He only makes one. Looked like on the first one, crowd got in Braxton Bogart's head a little bit. I mean, they were loud. It's hard to shoot when you got that loud of a sound.
Yeah, that is definitely true. You can hear the Gale student section dead silent. Gale's got the board. Struggling to dish it out. 3.
For 3.
Ooh.
Off the mark.
Yeah, you can see that Spalding.
Bogart
You
misses
can see
the
that.
layup.
You can see that Spalding has not really been liking those threes. They haven't really shot a lot from deep. For 3, it's good. That's been gonna make it a 2-point game with 40 seconds
That's
left.
a 3-pointer. I believe that's CR Ward who made that.
Yeah, that was a really nice, clean shot. Very textbook too. You seen him open a lot, and Spalding struggling to keep up with how fast the Gales' pace of passing are.
Foul on somebody. I think it's on Gales with the way the crowd's reacting.
Is it? It is on the Gales, yeah. Wow.
Ernie going to the line for 2. And that's a foul on CR Ward. Didn't really see much there.
Yeah, you hate to see it, you know. That's the Gales' 3rd foul this quarter, but misses the first free throw. That's really good. So Gales are still within a 1 bucket game, 1 bucket reach of Spalding.
One more free throw for Aaron Avery. Crowd getting loud.
He's gonna miss the
missed
second.
the
It's a
move,
2-point
But
game.
Spalding gets the rebound. Now the Gales do. But Ward ruled out
What
of
even
bounds.
happened? What happened?
Was his foot on the line?
I don't know. I didn't see his foot. I saw like a good solid. I saw a yellow in between his foot and the line. I saw a good solid maybe 5 inches in between his foot and the line. I don't know how that got called for an out of bounds.
That's close, but that's the call. There goes Avery. Gets contact. And a foul.
That's what happens when you can't get those calls, you know. There's nothing you can really do about it.
He'll count the bucket. Gale's got to get some rebounds on defense.
They really have to get some defensive rebounds. Spalding has gotten so much more defensive rebounds, and it's just putting them right back up for the easy layup.
Avery makes that one. 48-43. Oh, move. Bryce Hutchins passed the ball. A little behind Zekum Itulu. And a foul on Spalding.
Bryce Hutchins able to draw the foul. It's not going to be a shooting foul, though, unfortunately. It's going to be just a regular passing foul.
Braxton Bogart back in the game. He got taken out for about like 5 seconds. CR Ward. It's Chauncey Ward. Ward to Ward. CR trying to lay up. No. Oh, but it's stolen. There's a corner 3. That is blocked. And that's the quarter. 48-43. Spalding leads. it has to be defensive rebounding.
Yeah, that's one thing they've been struggling with all game. They haven't been able to get those close boards. You know, a lot of those close boards have gotten straight to Spalding, and they just put it right back up just for that free, easy 2 points, maybe even 3 with the and-1 bucket.
You know something crazy, JJ?
What's wrong?
Aaron Avery only a sophomore, just like Braxton Bogard.
Yeah. There's a lot of big kids on this team, you know. You want to know something even crazier? C.R. Word, he's a freshman.
Yep.
And Chauncey Word. Chauncey Word getting in there just for the free layup, kind of just breezing right by the big and clunky Spalding defense.
Tristan Middleton gonna pass it. Oh, wide open for 3. And they got it. Terrence Moultrie.
You can't count the Gales out just yet. It's 45-51. Gales only down by 6. It's still anyone's game. Gales just need to have a good run, and it's a 1-score game.
Chauncey Ward gets the ball. Ward to the corner. Gonna pass it. Tulu's got the layup.
Now you got the offense really going. Now the offense is starting to get hot. Offense is starting to get warm up. This is the time for the offense to get warm up. This is the time they need to lock in. Where did the Gales? Can we review that?
Like that went off the hand of.
No one was near that ball. No one was near that ball. Everyone was away from it. Well, there you go. Ball don't lie.
And it will be the Gales' ball.
There you go. Ball don't lie.
The ball don't lie. I mean, they don't have a review, but sometimes the officials can discuss and overturn a call.
Yeah.
If they realize that they messed up. I was surprised that it did not happen on that.
There was a lot of disagreement with the Gales. A lot of disagreement from Spalding too. I saw a few Spalding players a little mystified that they got that call.
Chauncey Ward has the ball.
He was holding it for a few seconds. BJ Ranson begging for the ball, trying to get his way.
Tulu gets fouled on the layup attempt.
Now we can really see the 2-3 zone. 2-3 zone has been really working wonders for the Gales now since the third quarter. Only way Spalding has scored since they switched to 2-3 zone was some free throws. So that's really all it was.
Oh, Tulu missed the first one. Free throws are going to be big. Let's see if Tulu can make the second one. He can.
He can make the second one.
Game.
It is a 3-point game.
Two zone for the Gales. Important possession here. And
that was a really good
Cameron Carter, I believe, has his first points of the game at a very important time.
Yeah, that was a really good way to break into that 2-3 zone. Able to get him right into that for that easy floater.
CR Ward for 3, just short. That's a defensive rebound for Spalding. They throw a lob up to Avery and he dunks it.
And this is exactly what I was saying. They're just letting those big guys farm points at this point. All they're really doing is just giving it to the big guys. You can't just defending.
Whoa. Turn around.
Turn
Nice
early.
play there. Aaron early. And a timeout called by the
Gales.
Gales. 55-50, 4:53 left in the game. All right, we're back after the timeout. Gales have to get stops and defensive rebounds here.
Yeah, that's what's gonna win them the games. They just need two more. They just need 2 unanswered buckets, and then it's anyone's game really. Gales have been trailing since halftime after taking a sizable lead in the first quarter.
I do think the 2-3 zone is the best defense that they can play at the moment.
Yeah,
But they switched to man here.
that's
Let's see how that works out.
That's gonna be a big gamble here. Oh,
Loses the
looks like
ball!
the gamble's paying off,
Ranson, layup,
and it's
nice
in.
layup.
Anyone's game. Gales 3 points shy of a tie.
Good layup there. And a foul on CR Word. Truth is, he's really doing what he can. I mean, that's really a size mismatch.
Yeah. Like I said, they need to put one of their bigs in. They had to sacrifice a little bit of offense for that bigger edge on defense, you know. The Spalding hasn't really have a lot of threes. They haven't had a lot of points outside of the paint, you know. They had to find a way to stop those bigs, you know. They had to put in, you know, keenness, maybe a little bit of Carlos Shuri, you know, big guys capable of stopping the Spalding centers.
Bryson Bogard, 2 for 2 on free throws there. There's Saxton Simley with the ball. Passes. Ranson. Ranson shoots it. Rolls. Off. Ranson again. He's got a layup.
That was a high play.
57-54.
That was a really high play, you know. Crowd got on his feet for that one.
For 3. And Robert Lorngan makes it 60-54.
Aaron early.
And here the Gales can't not get beaten by their guards. You have the advantage there.
Yeah. Spalding guards are stronger, but a slight bit slow, but a tad bit slower than the Gales guards. CR Ward able to get in for that layup, and that's a timeout.
Ward.
Gales with 3:12 left on the clock.
Timeout for the Gales, I believe. Oh.
that can really set the tone for the game.
Yeah. Well, you have to think, JJ. I mean, this game could go into overtime like the last game did.
Yeah, that'll be a really big nail biter.
Can't rely on.
You can't rely on maybes. You can't rely on gambles, you know.
Gales are sending a full court press. I think they're playing man-to-man. I don't think they are sending the press yet. Gotta stop Bogard here. There's Bogard. No. Rebounded. Avery. Jump ball.
Jump ball. Spalding's ball.
But a good effort by the Gales to prevent a layup.
Much better a jump ball than a layup. We got the Gales, man to man, making sure every man's covered in his own way.
Grants Moultrie with the ball. Gets a pick. Moultrie. Movement. Gales ball.
That's going to be a push off from Spalding. It's going to be Gales ball. 2:43 left on the clock.
Grants Moultrie called for an offensive foul and a timeout called by Spalding. 60-56. Spalding leads. And there's a turnover the Gales needed.
Yeah, that was a big turnover. If the Gales are able to capsize on that with a 2, even better, a 3. They are 4 points shy of the tie, 5 points away from the lead. They need to score on this possession. This is such a big advantage for the Gales. They can't just let this go by because this may not come up again until maybe the very last few seconds of the game.
I agree with you, JJ. With the way that the Spalding offense has been moving, it's going to have to be like that.
And again, we've seen a lot of Spalding's players. I think they subbed out their entire starting 5, you know. Gales, I think, have stuck with the same 8 people since the start of the game. Spalding is used to seeing these 8 people. These 8 people, don't get me wrong, they are good. They are fantastic, phenomenal. But you need to put in a defensive center, you know, defensive menace, if you will, you know.
Branson's shot is short. Now Spalding has a chance to get some points. Oh, but they missed it.
Oh.
Branson gets the
Spalding
board.
wasn't able to have, this is
it.
3-on-2.
Saxon Simley got him in that layup. It is blocked, out of bounds. I think it's the Gales ball, and it is.
That was rejected hard by Aaron Avery. Still Gales ball though. I think it bounced off his hand twice and then went back out. ISO.
Word. Jumper.
Trusty
He's
Word
got it.
sinks it.
60-58 now.
Exactly what the Gales needed right there. They just needed a plain 0-2. They had to stop Spalding from scoring, stop the Cavaliers from getting another insurance bucket, you know. Aaron Avery. See our word.
Foul. Spalding's going to use their big guys to draw contact and get fouls. The question is, can they make their free throws?
I mean, yeah, they definitely have been making a lot of free throws. Looking back on that foul, that was a very big flop from Aaron Avery. He really wanted that foul. They gave it to him. And ball does not lie, folks. Aaron Avery misses the first free throw.
And JJ, you have to think CR Ward, 4 fouls now.
Yeah, that is a big worry for the Gales. He has been their primary way in stopping Aaron Avery. Ball does not lie. There it goes. C.R. Word gets the board. Aaron Early brings it up, and it is 58-60 Gales ball with a minute and 25 seconds left.
Huge break for the Gales there, as Aaron Avery misses both of his free throws. Come on. Oh, he lost the ball. It'll be Spalding. Have to give credit to that student section.
Yeah, this student section is hard. This student section is with the team all the way through. I think what they have to do, they just have to take out C.R. Word. Timeout Spalding. What they have to do, they have to take out C.R. Word. Unfortunately, they had to put in Kenneth in. They had to stop those two centers from getting another basket. There is a minute left on the clock, a minute and 7 seconds left on the clock. They need a bucket. They have enough offense already. They have a lot of scores. They have a lot of players that can drive in and get that bucket, able to create space either and dish it out and swing that shot. But what they need more importantly is a way to stop those two centers.
JJ, now is definitely a time to put in Kenneth Anthony. You don't really have to worry about foul trouble with this much left in the game.
Yeah, 1 minute left on in the clock. Worst comes to worst, if Kenneth gets into foul trouble, then you can put CR back in. But this is the time you really need Kenneth to step up. He doesn't need to shoot that big game-winning three. He doesn't need to make that game-winning mid-range. He just needs to be what he is, a strong defensive player, a big man able to do whatever he needs to do in order to get the game going.
And JJ, you have to think, I mean, C.R. Ward has 4 fouls. If he gets one more, then he's fouled out.
He's fouled out, yeah. That's going to be a lot of trouble with
Gales are not going to put in Kenneth Anthony. But we'll see how that decision ends up making.
See how Word stays in.
Gales are just going for an outscore Spalding type of approach.
Yeah. He's gonna miss it.
Oh!
Can someone explain to me where the foul was? Are my eyes deceiving me? I saw like no foul.
They called that a foul on Saxton Simley, and the crowd erupts in boos.
And CR Ward's gonna get fouled out of the game. That's gonna be
Ward.
2 shots for the Gales, not the Gales, Cavaliers or Spalding.
He is fouled out of the game. And that's,
There's some visible disappointment from
I don't know if
him.
the Gales realize that. They haven't said anything, but he's got 5 fouls.
And there it is, they're gonna take out CR Ward.
Good game from C.R. Ward tonight. I mean,
Yeah, that was a really good night from CR.
he's just doing what he can
Ward.
with the size disadvantage that he has.
He really put on a show out there, especially for a freshman. He was facing a lot of bigger guys, a lot of seniors he was facing. He was able to keep him at bay, you know.
5-second violation.
5 seconds violation, that's gonna be.
And now he tries to call
That's gonna
timeout.
be Gale's ball. Spalding's frustrated.
I mean, that's
You can see a whole lot of
the
Spalding
right call. That's
frustration.
after the
That is
violation.
absolutely the right call. He was there for a while debating on what to do with it.
Oh, are they gonna change this to a timeout? You've got to be kidding me if that's happened.
I think they were debating with the refs that they called a timeout.
Huge possession for the Gales here.
This is exactly what they need.
Here we go, JJ.
Here we go. Chauncey Word brings it up.
He two with the ball, now passes. Ranson layup.
And it's in. That's going to tie the game.
And we are tied at 60. Clock kept running, and a timeout is called. With
That is
22.8
BJ
left.
Ransom with the N1.
And not only that, he got fouled as well. Foul on Aaron Avery.
I think that's his 4th foul, if I'm right.
No, that's only his 2nd foul.
Second,
according
wow.
to the scoreboard.
Wow.
I thought he had more than that. With
Yeah,
his
I
aggressive
felt like
defense.
a lot more. I thought he had 4. I guess Spalding subs have been a lot good, so good that they just have been able to keep him at 2 fouls.
Now they will add 3 seconds on the clock, which I think is the right move. That clock
It's
ran
definitely the right move.
way after.
It ran a while
stoppage.
into the celebration, into the hype, into the call.
I'm surprised it hasn't even ran more. Huge free throw for BJ Ranson.
Yeah.
Oh! We stay tied. It rolls out. Spalding now has a chance. Gales have to get a stop here. 60 all.
Spalding's gonna run it out to the very last second
Spalding
in
trying
a
to get a buzzer beater
one-on-one
play.
desperate move.
They might
against the
have
Gales.
one. Foul on Sinley.
How was that a foul? I think that was a travel. That was definitely a travel.
Oh, and that's going to give Spalding free throws.
That is not a free throw foul. He was looking to.
Sinley has now been fouled out of the game.
Yeah, the Gales have faced a lot of foul trouble this game. That is not what you want to see from this.
Huge shots here.
Big free throw here.
Cameron Carter. Oh, but he hits the first one. It's not over yet, though. You can tie the game. Gales are probably going to have to call a timeout, set up a play.
Regroup, and they have to get one shot off. They need to get the ball to someone high. They need to get the ball to an open man, get a lay, you know.
I asked Evan the same question the other night, but who's getting the ball?
Yeah, that's going to be a really big debate. Who's going to get the ball? Chauncey Word, PJ Ranson, Aaron Earl. You got a whole
There's
bunch
a second
of
shot.
people
It's
able
made.
to score.
4 seconds left. A timeout called by the Gales. 62-60.
The Gales do not need a big play. They do not need a 3. They just need to get someone into the paint, someone to draw a foul, someone to get the bucket. You know, they don't need a step back 3 for the win. They just need a simple, plain old layup. That's just going to buy them some more time. That's going to give them 4 minutes. With a brand new start, is almost basically going to be 0-0 with 4 minutes on the clock. And it's just going to be anyone's game from there in OT.
And the thing is, the Gales have been making their layups today very well.
Yeah, and
much improved from Monday's game.
Yeah.
But it's going to come down to this.
Biggest question here is, biggest debate here, who's going to get the ball? You know, this is going to be a big debate. They're definitely thinking about it. They're definitely questioning it. Who's going to get the ball? Is it BJ? Is it going to be Chauncey, you know? Who do you think is going to get the ball?
I think it's going to be BJ Ranson. I mean, I know he did miss that free throw not too long ago, but BJ Ranson is good in the clutch. And he hit a buzzer beater in the BCL against St. Francis last year. And Gales also beat Spalding in that tournament as well.
I think another really, really good contender for the ball would be Chauncey Word. He has been just really good at finding an open shot today.
Come on, here we go.
Here we go with 4 seconds on the clock.
4 seconds left. There
Here
goes
three.
Chauncey Ward. Gales ball.
Gales ball, push him out of bounds. 1 second left on the clock.
I think you got to call that a foul.
Yeah, you have to call that a foul. He just shoves him right out of bounds.
Coach Clashy will take the timeout.
I think the Gales have maybe 1 more second on the clock. That was no way. That was a whole 3 seconds of.
Do you even have
Gales
time
time.
for a layup though?
Now
Now
this is just
Now
catch and release kind of play now.
Now it might come down to a buzzer.
Yeah, this has to be catch and release kind of thing. Who's the open man? who can get it off in time, who's more likely to make the play. I think the Gales had.
I mean,
they definitely had way more than 1.3 seconds left on the clock when he got pushed out of bounds. You know, Chauncey Word is fast. It's from the time he catches the ball to from the time he releases the ball. They should not have 1.3 seconds on the clock. It should be more like 2 seconds, you know.
if a buzzer happens, this crowd would go crazy.
You would hear Baltimore would start shaking with how loud this crowd has been. If they are able to sink this shot, the crowd will go crazy. You have maybe 200, 300 high school kids on the edge of their seats, standing up, praying for this shot to get sunken in.
1.3. But a timeout is called by Spalding. That's their last.
That is their last timeout, and we have
both teams out of timeouts now.
Yeah. We have some debate on whether that should be a tech on the coach.
Uh-oh. If it is,
that would be a real bad break for Spalding. So it's not going to end up being a tech for Spalding. That is extremely lucky.
That was their last time out. That's not going to be a tech.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is it right here, JJ. The game. I feel like Gale's going to shoot a three, make or miss, game over.
Make or miss, yeah.
Man, I would love to see a buzzer beater.
Everyone would. You have 300 and some high school kids edge of their seats ready to shake this stadium to its fullest, push this stadium's containments to its limits with how loud the crowd will erupt if this is sunken.
There we All right, here we go. 1.3 left.
1.3 on the clock.
We're looking to pass it in. And early assist the dagger. Oh! It's off. Spalding holds on.
Real heartbreaker for the Gales. Lost by 2. A lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah. Tough game for the Gales, certainly. Was hoping they would win.
Hoping they would win. That was really a heartbreaker there right at the end.
And that's two good teams that
Gales
have lost to.
Ward
at home
brought it to the end. Real nail biter, you know. Biggest thing I think was that too many offensive and defensive rebounds Spalding got. They got way too many free boards. Those free boards translated into free points, you know. Can't let that happen. You got to put a big man in that is able and willing to get those boards.
I know, I mean, well, tough game, but also, I'm Buck Rogers, and I'd like to give a quick shout out to Mr. Schulteis for winning the Rankin Teacher of the Year award. Thanks to him and all the work that he does. Without him, none of this would be possible.
Yeah, none of this would be possible without Mr. Schulteis. He previously won Teacher of the Year award here at St. Joe. We call that the Rankin Award. If you see him, make sure you give him a quick handshake. Congratulations, you know. That is going to be all for tonight. Heartbreaking loss for the Gales. I'm JJ Hernandez. I will see you, next Friday?
Yeah.
Next Friday.
See you for next game.
We'll see you next game.
I mean,
next
I'm
home
Buck
game.
Rogers. Thank you all for watching this game.